What's up, guys? Welcome back to another day here in the cryptocurrency markets. It's the 7th of July. Early in the morning here. We are on the cryptobubbles.net website. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at Casper, CSPR, USDT, Casper cryptocurrency this morning. A lot of red in the markets, as you can tell from a glance here on the cryptobubbles.net website. That is what is cool about this website is you get a quick glance at what's going on in the markets. And you can pick your time frame. You can do hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. For the year, it looks like KAS is up 8,800%. So that is pretty interesting. Let's jump over to the tradingview.com website. Let's start off real quick looking at Bitcoin. And we'll jump back to Casper to finish this video up. So Bitcoin hit a high yesterday before reversing 31,525. My target is 31,573. So almost hit my upper target up there and then got pushed back down big time. So that is good to see. We didn't hit it, but we got very, very close. Let's see here. There it is right there. Rallied up. Just shy of it, and then the market got pushed back down. So judging by yesterday's close, we'll have to see. It was not a good close, and you can see right now, as of this morning, the 7th of July, the markets are finding some pretty good resistance at. I have three levels above the market. I have 141, 186, and then 30,234. 1, 2, 3, and you can see we wicked up through there, and we are now below. So yesterday's close and today's action is not looking good. Looks like there could be some more downside action for Bitcoin, which the reason why I'm talking about Bitcoin is it'll carry over into the rest of the market. And Casper, I carried this head and shoulders line over here. You know, it's not worth a lot, but these lines do get respected. So I figured I would drag it over and see what happens if the price does something like this. You know, potentially it will find support down there, which lines up with one of our lines down there at 28,249.67. So right below the market is 29,143.22. And then, like I said, above the Bitcoin market is 141, 186, and then 30,234 right in here. But just about hit our target. Got a pretty weak close so far, not off to the greatest start today. So it looks like there could be some struggle ahead for the Bitcoin market, which will carry over into the rest of the market and Casper. So the reason why you're here is you want to see some Casper TA, and we're going to share our opinion. It's not financial advice, guys. So what is going on here? It's been a while. There hasn't been anything too crazy. Excuse me one second. Anything too crazy that's been going on with the Casper chart. But we are pulling back to some lower levels here. So we wanted to jump on and share some of the thoughts. So we're obviously in a pretty decent, slow and steady trend to the downside. We just made some new lows as of, it looks like yesterday, we made some new lows and yesterday we made a new low. We found some support at 370 yesterday. That was quickly undercut for today's candle, which is right here. And our low so far today is 366 and my level is 365. So we just about got there. Talked about this before, guys. There is a lot of previous support between 370 and let's see here, 361, 370 and 361. So anywhere within this range, you can see previously back in this time frame, there was a lot of choppy markets around here, and then we finally could take off, at least for a short period of time. So unless these markets are in more trouble than they appear to be at the moment, as in Bitcoin, which will carry over into Casper, it would be normal for the markets to find support within this range. Maybe it's at 370, maybe it's down there at the 361, 365, somewhere in between. Similar action to over here, somewhere within this range. Maybe we undercut a little bit, rally up. There's a lot of previous support there. There's a chance, and you can see it over here, we actually would wick down below this whole range here. We had quite a bit of tests at the 334 level. We had a test right here in March, another test in March, another test in March, February, a couple tests over here, early February, late January, and then we had that breakthrough over here in early January. So if this range doesn't hold and the price starts to do something like this, there's a chance we could wick back down, test again that 334 level. So that would definitely take a pretty good drop in Bitcoin to see that. And that would put Casper's chart down another 11%. So that would take a pretty good smackdown in the Bitcoin market for that to take place. But sometimes the markets do that, and then that's the bottom, and then they rally at least for a short period of time. But right now, the markets actually look pretty good for today I'm talking about, and we're starting to find support off of where we should and where we have in the past. So that is a good sign. But like I said, it could be short-lived. So far, all of our support levels have been short-lived. Although they have found support and rallied, they have been short-lived. So, and then especially with Bitcoin, basically, let's go back to the Bitcoin chart real quick. Yesterday could have been that shot over the bow for Bitcoin. Today we'll see a little green candle, and then the markets will continue lower. So keep that in mind and prepare for that if that takes place. Prepare for that however you are going to prepare for that. Maybe you're going to be buying more. Maybe you're going to be taking some money off the table, locking in some profits, putting in your stops, whatever the case may be. The good news here for Casper is if you're a bull and you want a dollar cost average, you're getting a chance to buy in at lower prices. So we'll have to see. It's important to keep your eye on Bitcoin. Right now, we've been in a pretty good, steady, call it like 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5. Here's another one. And down. So we don't know how far this thing's going to go. We just have to watch our levels as the price does continue to the downside. And that's that. I mean, we can look at previous areas of support. We have a lot of support here from January all the way to the end of March. That's a long period of time of choppy support there. And then it found a footing and rallied. So if that can't hold this time around, the price could be in some pretty good trouble, which would definitely get down to 334. And then the next area that is basically as important as this would be way down in here. Right in here. And that's basically 318, 313, 310. And that would put the price right down in here, undercutting these lows. But I think there's a decent chance that somewhere in here will hold. Depends on what Bitcoin does. From the percentage basis, if the markets didn't hold that 334, which they have in the past, and we get down to these levels 318, 313, 310, the price is going to be down anywhere from like 15 to 18, 19%. So let's see if this can hold here and prove itself. It's got to prove itself. So far, it hasn't. it proves itself for a day or two, and then it kind of fails and continues lower. Eventually, the markets will bottom, but for now, it is a slow and steady decline lower. And keep in mind that we've talked about this in the past. Markets will reverse one of two ways, at least two ways, sometimes three. So we have new lows still, so we're still on that downtrend. We're either going to, one, get a higher high out of here, pull back to a higher low, and then another higher high, or we are going to rally up to a lower high, a higher low, and then another higher high. So we have new lows today, though, so we're still in this lower low, lower high, lower low. So we're clearly still in the downtrend. But one day at a time, the trend can change very, very quick. You can get a very strong day in Bitcoin, and the markets can rally into a new high. And that is an early warning sign. You get that higher low, and then boom, off to the races. So that's just a couple scenarios playing out here that could take place. But keep in mind, we have new lows today. We are off support. Bitcoin potentially got that shot over the bow, so there could be some more trouble to come here. So keep that in mind and have some realistic expectations as well. So that's my thoughts on Casper. You know, not every day is an up day. Not every month is an up month. If you are a long-term or want to be a long-term holder for this project, it's handing you opportunity right now to get in at much lower prices. Investors want to, not all investors, but some cryptocurrency investors, even stock market investors, want the market to go up every day. They want to make money every day. Lots of them are not willing to buy over time, especially when the markets are lower. And that is when you can get great deals, plant those seeds and let them grow. And then when we have those massive, massive up days in the market, you know, months or years down the road, your account is sitting very nice, but you were willing to step up to the plate when the markets weren't looking so hot for the bulls, we'll say, and put your money to work. So that's my thoughts on Casper, guys. Been putting out a decent amount of videos about Pepe 2.0, Dogecoin. I think that might be it. Some XRP stuff here and there. Check those out. Interesting projects, big movers, big movers. You know, in the meme coin space for what it's worth. It's just interesting how fast and big those markets can move. So check them out. Welcome to the channel. If you are a new subscriber, if you're not yet, go ahead and join us here. All links are always down in the video description. As always, not financial advice. You guys have a good day. We'll catch you in the next video.